Look!
Listen!
Taylor,
Why are you in pain, first off, Taylor?
I had a surgery.
Why is the dog barking? Second of all, Geese.
Dog's not barking.
What dog?
Dog's
I don't
in his
care, dog.
crate.
Okay. Wait, okay.
He's snoozing.
Wait, is this the dog your mom saved on the street?
Well, I'm the one who walked into traffic to save it.
Oh,
he's
okay.
the
I'm
one that-
sorry.
Referencing my dumb brain jumping in front of things for other things. It was like really rainy. It was like 40 degrees in San Antonio.
If this story's going to
And-
take 45 minutes again, I'm turning off the podcast now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway, rescued a dog. It is now my mother's companion, but I'm staying here to recover.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Look Listen with Geese and Guyera.
Listen.
And Taylor's here so often that we probably need to just change it to Look Listen. Hey, guess what? It's a podcast about
Change the
Pokemon.
name to Look
Let's
Listen.
add plus Taylor. And
That's such a
Look,
long
Listen with
title.
Geese Guyera and Taylor.
Look Listen with Geese and Guyera plus Taylor EX Alpha. Now, that's a 2013 joke. All right. It's a Pokemon podcast. And, I said it wrong. It's a podcast about Pokemon and other things. But first, before we talk about anything, Geese, please ask your question again. Or actually, I'll set you up for success. Taylor, please say your sentence again about your computer.
I am getting a. Well, let me start over. Whew, okay.
Ooh, better take a sip of water
Oh.
so we don't...
Yeah. What's that? I'm getting an update from Dell.
Dude, you're getting a Dell? And now Geese
Now-
goes.
I'm young. I don't understand this reference. Please explain.
And then I say the same joke I always say, which is Geese, before you were born and your grandparents sailed here and arrived on Plymouth Rock, there was a commercial. It was very popular on television where there was a kid and he was in a commercial and he was advertising Dell computers. It was the talk of the town. And there was another person in the commercial very excited that his pal was getting a Dell computer. And thus, dude, you're getting a Dell became written into the American, at least, vernacular.
Dell and Gateway were the two big ones, but Dell, I would
shit.
say, was the first commercial personal computer, right?
Now, I think you missed the point of this story. I was wondering why you guys were mentioning prison.
It's just fun to talk about.
Geese was eating grapes, but the thing is, I'm not putting out accusations anywhere.
Neither am I.
Taylor's the one that said, poor guy, in reference to the Dell man. And I said, did he end up in prison? That was I'm just asking questions.
I'm wondering too. I'm asking myself. I'm answering. Podcast about Pokemon and slander.
I'm not, I didn't
Meh.
say a darn word. Geese
I
is
didn't
throwing
either.
up devil horn. All right. Why don't we jump into the podcast, everybody? I bet you're excited because it's aimed to be a Pokemon Master, the current airing series, because I know I'm excited. Geese, are you drinking coffee? A big old mug? Oh, God. Geese is living it up. She's got podcast grapes, podcast coffee. She's in space at Aaron's.
Yeah, sailing through the galaxy.
I think we can say
No,
that.
I am an Aaron.
Sounds like we can say that.
I mentioned it in public.
The public knows. Thank you, public.
You know, you really don't think about it, because I still can't get stuff on my own, right? I still can't stand up and sit down easily,
You
so
still
I have my
in
mother
a
get
jar?
everything. Am I sleeping in a jar?
No,
Is
she
that what
said
you
a
meant?
swear word on a family podcast.
It's a family podcast.
I said, are you still pee-peeing in a jar?
Yes, occasionally I am, but I can get up a little bit easier. But sometimes the blood flows crazy to my foot, so I don't want to.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, pretty great.
Hey, how
But-
about we, instead of talking about urine, we talk about watching, playing, eating, listening. Oh, Geese is disappointed. Okay. Clambos, first of all, you already know, you're not learning anything from me, that the Last of Us TV show, outstanding. I'm so happy that
I haven't seen episode 3 yet.
You're going to get spoiled, so you better get on it.
Mm.
We finally have a good video game adaptation, and it's just a magical, wonderful thing to see. Please watch it. as soon as you can so you're not spoiled, because as we all know, well, I don't even want to say that, but there's stuff you can get spoiled on even if you played the game. So hurry up and watch it.
Yeah, I was because I hadn't watched episode 2 last week when we were talking about it, and episode 2 was so good. And it was so
know.
video gamey. I've never
Yeah.
seen a video game adaptation just say, "Hey, we're going to make this video game feel, give it this vibe in a palatable way." It was fantastic when they were sneaking around the little cabinets and everything, and I was like, "Ah, this is great." They did a great
Getting
job.
equipped. Pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I also watched everybody's favorite Kyoru Sentai Jurenja.
Is there a new one?
No, I'm watching the
Aw.
original series that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is based off of,
It's
where they just
50% of it.
where they just took the footage of the battling from the Japanese series, cut out all the Japanese people, and instead hired some Americans to run around and make a far inferior product.
Pretty clever.
I feel like I've Blubber.
Clever.
I feel like I've mentioned this before, but if not on here, I will quickly explain. As a child, I enjoyed Power Rangers. When I tried to rewatch it as an adult, I realized it is so bad. I said to myself, Dragon Ball Z holds up immensely. Wonderful program. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, what a waste of time. And yet, if you watch the original series, the Japanese series, Super Sentai, it's so fun. It's so entertaining. I was laughing so hard at this show. I recommend everybody go watch it. It's on YouTube, in addition to being free streaming on, I think it's called Shout Factory is the website. That's the official place, but it's just easier to watch it on YouTube on my television. So that's the way I do it. And I recommend it. And I'm really trying to immerse myself in Japanese, doing all these language learning things and listening to as much Japanese as I can. And it is scary when you start just recognizing so many words in Japanese. Maybe people who are bilingual, this is like, what are you talking about? That's normal. But it feels strange to me just recognizing entire sentences because I'm constantly looking and listening to, got him, Japanese.
Got
It's
him.
almost like you're learning.
Got him. Geese, it's what is you're watching? Geese.
I finished season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows, which is good. And that's it, because other than that, I've been planning for Japan, which is taking a lot of time.
Can you say that with the filter on? The Hatsune or Imogen Heap filter?
I was gonna say, it's no Meek.
Planning for Japan.
So good. Yes.
No, you go.
No, I was going to say that I was so confident myself that on this doc I wrote Skinamarink and Infinity Pool, and under food I even wrote Raising Cane's, and I woke up the one day I had off of work and said, nope. Not getting up. For the fourth week in a row, I said, nope.
You'll stream it. You'll stream it one day.
You can stream it now, I think, on Shudder. So
there you go.
All right, Geese. Taylor, please talk about Mega Man development content.
I just can't stop watching Mega Man content.
Wait,
I can't
they made
stop
a Mega
watching.
Man show?
There was a Mega Man show. It was fantastic.
Mega Man.
And I think Mega Man X made a cameo, because I love Mega Man X and the Mega Man X franchise. I think I was talking about playing it in the last podcast. So I got really deep into it. Been playing Command Mission. Love Mega Man Legends. So I started watching a bunch of videos about that. And I'm just sitting there in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning, just getting myself livid, thinking about how they canceled Mega Man Legends 3. And I watched this whole mini documentary about it and how they were secretly testing the Capcom community and their interest in it. And this is your fault. You're not good fans and all that nonsense. But just getting myself all worked up.
Taylor, stop for a second, because that is my favorite tweet in the history of Twitter.com. Somebody wanting this game that was announced so badly Oh God, girl. what
What was the
what was the
tweet?
title? So not. I'm gonna tell you, Geese. I'm gonna tell you. But it's not Red Ash because Red Ash was the Legends. So it was just Mega Man Legends 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they had almost fully done.
Okay. Let me, Geese. Out of respect to you, let me look up verbatim. Let me look it up. Oh God.
So I'll give you a little
Oh.
backstory. Mega Man Legends, fantastic game, still holds up. Look up a video of it and look at the facial animations and listen to the voice acting, and it's stellar for a PS1 game. Same with Mega Man Legends 2. It's amazing.
Looks so
Very,
good.
very good. Very, very good.
Is that AGDQ?
Oh, sick. So they're starting development on Mega Man Legends 3, get their way through it. They announce it before it's been greenlit. And then what they do is something that was referred to in the video I watched as the Capcom test, which was them implementing in 2010 or 2011 a social media kind of platform with a developer outreach component, which was very ahead of the time. So people were kind of keeping track of how development was going and everything. What Capcom didn't tell people is they were using audience interaction as a way to measure interest in the game and determine if it was going to get made. So it took a really, really long time, of course, to make a game. And people gradually stopped engaging as much. And that kind of whittles down. That would happen even today. And just arbitrarily, years after the initial Capcom test or whatever started, they just said, you guys weren't interested enough, so we're not going to make it.
I found the tweet. It was 2011. Can't believe they didn't delete this. This is the official Capcom account of Europe. Somebody talking about how much they wanted Mega Man Legends 3. And he says, well, K-Dog 3000, it's a shame. It's a shame the fans didn't want to get more involved. Emoticon frowny face. If we saw there was an audience for Mega Man Legends 3, people might change minds. And
Oh my gosh.
Imagine saying that.
Official Capcom. You guys did not make enough fan art. It is your fault you're not playing Mega Man Legends 3 on Nintendo 3DS. So, you know what? Well, only to blame yourself. That's
and they did. The funny thing is, they did know. I mean, K-Dog 3000 is the funniest part of that tweet. But they did almost no marketing for it, and they were saying at the initial social media, I guess you want to call it really like a social media thing, but the developer outreach program, they were saying, oh, you guys can just check in. You don't need to actually get involved. You don't need to say anything. Just come hang out. So,
listen, look.
Listen.
If Taylor and I had known that Mega Man, we both adore Mega Man Legends. If we had known that our fan art was required for development, we would have made a bunch of fan art.
What kind of fan art would you make?
Just little drawings. Anything with a gun on the arm, I loved. I used to draw this little series when I was in elementary school called Ant Wars. And it was just a bunch of ants fighting and like flying planes. And I don't know why they had to be ants.
How original, Taylor. You got Bugs Life and ants coming out. Brilliant new idea.
And a lot of them had little Mega Man busters because I was really into Super Metroid and Mega Man X.
Oh, those are some good busters in those games.
Mm-hmm.
I would just draw the helmet, even though Mega Man Legends, he does put on the helmet. In 2, that's for sure. But Mega Man Legends 1, he's walking around without a helmet a lot of the time.
2, so I'm going to replay the games as soon as I finish Command Mission. And I forgot what the tonal shift between 1 and 2. 1 is like fun, happy Indiana Jones type adventure story. And 2 is just serious origin story. Everybody's depressed because they can't find their family. And it's just this big old thing.
What is the origin story? Like, I don't know the story of Mega Man at all.
It's actually totally separate from everything else. It's its own little continuity. So if you go into, I know Mega Man and Mega Man X are the same timeline. 0 is
the same timeline.
Yeah, that's the same timeline. ZX changes things, but it's the same timeline. And Legends, I think, is its own thing.
Synopsis of like the Mega Man story from the video games.
So Mega Man's just like a robot that protects people from rogue robots, and he's special.
Mega Man takes place in a world where why do we say this all the time? But isn't it post scarcity where people don't really have to do jobs because there are robots that take care of everything?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Light created Mega Man, or Rock and Roll in Japan. Roll is his sister. I think they were just built to be housekeeping robots, right? And somehow Rock.
Most continuity I've seen says that Mega Man is through and through battle robot destined to be the warrior.
But basically, some of the robots went bad, probably because of Dr. Wily, which used to be friends with Dr. Light, but then.
Dr. Wily Coyote.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
no.
Mr. Acme himself.
Dr. Wily went rogue and started making these robots evil, and I almost said the only Pokemon. The only person that can stop him is Mega Man, because Mega Man has the ability to gain the powers of other robots. And it's very sick. Wonderful game.
Mm-hmm. Real cool design. Very cool concept. The plot gets really interesting as you go between the series. I started playing Zero. I remember you telling me how much you liked the Zero series.
Welcome to the Mega Man podcast, everybody. This week, I played in video games what Geese called Ghost Bagel, but it's actually...
So excited when I read that. I was like, I wonder what a ghost bagel is.
Is it ghost bagel?
I assumed it was like a ghost pepper, like infused bagel. But then
in the video game section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that I saw that. Yeah.
I thought she was going to say she started looking on Steam for Ghost Bagel.
I'm sure there's a Ghost Bagel on Steam.
Sequel. Ghost Babel is Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color, and I'm playing it on my Analog Pocket. It's similar gameplay to the original Metal Gears on MSX.
Crawling under 2D things, right?
You can crawl. I've never seen so much story in a Game Boy Color game in my life. I'm just sitting there, the text boxes, the codex. I'm just picturing trying to read all this on a Game Boy Color in 1998.
Oh, imagine being a kid,
looking for light
too, just trying to read this espionage thriller.
You're in the back of the station wagon, Suburban or whatever, rolling around in the trunk, playing on your Game Boy, going on a trip. Very sick.
10 hours of dialogue.
I've been dual wielding Scarlet and Violet, just trying to get some dang Herba Mystica so I can do some shiny hunts. And it's just proving difficult and frustrating. Playing a Japanese Violet on the cartridge on my old Switch, and playing my digital Violet on the new Switch, which has a way better kickstand, so you can just set it up and just go between the two, and making big old sandwiches, making avocado and spicy Herba Mystica sandwiches with some basil for Dragon type Terra. That's Geese, tell me about your video games.
I'm playing Fortnite.
Oh.
Fortnite for the gamers. I hear Dragon Ball Z is coming back.
Yeah, it's back. I think there's a new man in the store. I don't know.
Piccolo, Gohan, perhaps.
There's Yellow. He's yellow.
Is his hair yellow?
I don't know.
Why is Geese crying? Taylor, what are you doing to him?
I'm sorry.
There's Yellow Man, and he has little...
Yeah, that's Piccolo. He's green normally, but he is yellow in the most recent movie. He has a new transformation.
It was only a matter of time. I used to think all the time, it's so sick that Piccolo's just himself.
Well, isn't he Nail too?
Yeah, but that was cool because he had a whole different path.
Yeah,
than
but
else.
I liked it when he did that.
Instead of just time for a new transformation, it was a whole unique thing.
Started Deep Rock Galactic last night.
I love that game. I played so much of that game when it was free on PSN. Holy
Why don't we
moly.
tell the Clambos what it is?
It's like a mining game.
Yeah.
With combat. And you have different classes. So there's, like I'm assuming there's some sort of a medic. Everybody has some secondary utility, whether it's mobility, turrets. I think healing is something. Digging more quickly. It's a typical like Left 4 Dead type game, but mining is the core mechanic.
So, if you were to compare it to a game, is it like Terraria, Minecraft?
I haven't played either of those. It's not so much on the building, it's more a resource gathering thing. So each mission starts up, you pick your character, pick your upgrades or whatever, they're permanent upgrades, and you launch into the mission. They give you an objective. Either collect this type of material, connect these oil derricks to the central base area.
I guess they Connect 4.
um, things like that. So there's always an objective, and you pretty much just perform the objective by digging tunnels and creating paths for yourself. It's very cool. Fun little 3D thing.
I played as the engineer, or I don't know if it's what it's called. I played
Is that the one with the
that
turrets?
makes platforms. Yes, the
Oh
turrets
my
and the
goodness, that
platforms.
one's so great. That's what I played the entire time.
Doesn't sound like my kind of game, but perhaps it's fun for others. Please check out Deep Rock Galactic.
It's on Game Pass.
Geese, every time you do that without Hatsune Miku, I dial one.
It's on Game Pass.
Taylor, give us the Yakuza update minute of the week.
I've been playing what did I write? Yakuza? No, Like a Dragon, a Yakuza Story 7, because I found out it was the 7th entry last week.
I think the beginning of that game, like the first couple of hours, were my favorite part of that game.
They were very interesting. I liked the story enough to keep playing it, but I wasn't immediately hooked. If anything, it just made me want to watch Giri Haji again.
Oh, good show.
Which I think I've seen 4 times now. So I kept playing it and everything. Homeless part was great. And minor spoilers for the initial parts. Sorry. Earmuffs. When you get that first attack that's a team attack.
Oh, Buster Johnson or whoever?
It's Ichiban.
Oh no. You're talking about the team members, not when you call somebody, right?
Right, yeah. Okay. Ichiban headbutts somebody into the homeless guy, Nanba. And there's just this smoky parking lot. And the guy looks confused and he turns around, sees Nanba. Nanba's just standing there staring at him. And then he turns back and blows fire at him. And I lost it. And the framing on that shot and how, oh my God, I just fell in love after that. So I've been playing it pretty nonstop since.
It's a really good game.
It's
a good video game.
I've heard it's really, really long. Did either of y'all get the platinum in it?
Oh my gosh. It's very long.
Is it?
Spent about 4 years of her life watching that game.
Literally, I think a year.
Really?
Yes. Played it so long. I hadn't started dating Aaron yet.
Oh my God.
That was how long?
They've been married for 4 years, Taylor.
No.
He streamed it the first time, and then like the second time he streamed the game, I was like, I'm gonna come over to your house. And then I flew all the way to Wisconsin, and then we started dating. And then I think a year after that, Aaron finally finished the game.
Oh my God.
I tried to get into Yakuza because it's one of those series I hear being spoken of all the time in a positive light. And I tried starting with, I actually don't remember now if it was Kiwami 1 or 0. Probably Kiwami 1, because I know people say that you can play games in chronological order, but as far as I'm concerned, you can't experience what the developers intended by playing a prequel before the things that were created before them. Whatever throwbacks are written for the people who are going to recognize from the earlier games.
And then you're missing out on a lot of the, oh my God, kind of moments.
Whatever design improvements as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why when I tried to get into all the Souls games, I said, no, I am only going to play them release order. I mean, I'll play them the best versions of each, like Demon Souls Remake and Dark Souls Remastered. I didn't get very far in that. After platinuming Elden Ring, I like got to the second level of Demon Souls and went, this is difficult.
It wasn't. I don't know. Because I beat Demon Souls 2 times, and playing the remake, I just kept thinking, man, this is so pretty. And I beat several of the stages, beat a bunch of the world bosses, and then just stopped playing. I can't remember why. I just lost interest in it. Probably because it was right after I played Bloodborne, and Bloodborne was just an incredible experience.
Well, anywho, we're going to go down 45 tangents if we keep going down that path. But all I'm trying to say is I tried Kiwami, wasn't super into the gameplay, super Sega, super just... I mean, I bet the story is interesting, but I couldn't get into it. But with Yakuza Like a Dragon, number 7, this time everybody should buy it. I was into the gameplay. It's fun.
It's like a Paper Mario type thing. That's what it reminds me of.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is it's mainly Dragon Quest, but with a little bit of Mario and Luigi thrown in there, where you can tap circle to defend, and then certain attacks you hit triangle at the right time or pound on square, that kind of thing. I will beat it eventually. I do not know if I will play the rest of the games in the series. Who's to say, Geese? But
that's my plan. This is the only one I'm going to play.
Guyera,
oh, really? Interesting. Yes, Geese.
Are we going to go to where Yokohama is inspired?
Just a homeless colony?
Well, Yokohama is the city, so yeah, we're going to where Yokohama is inspired by. Yokohama.
Oh, I don't know.
But
cool.
But
are we
yeah,
going to wear
definitely...
our matching tracksuits when we go?
Yes. But the main reason we're going to go there is because they have a giant store with the cheapest video game accessories you can imagine.
Oh.
I bought this.
PSVR 2?
No. PSVR 2 is coming out. Okay. Do you see this?
Ooh. So
what you say?
It's a spiced orange GameCube controller.
This is the Ghost Pepper GameCube controller.
If you tried to buy this in the United States, Taylor, why don't you tell Geese how much this controller would go for, an authentic, of the time, spiced orange GameCube controller at a Smash Brothers tournament?
Minimum 70. Minimum 70.
I was going to say like closer to 100. I got that thing for $12 in Japan. Perfect condition. Actual authentic GameCube controller of the time. Aaron's going to lose it at how cheap it was.
I need one of those. If you guys find any, can you pick me up a purple one?
Okay.
All right, write it down, Geese. I'm not going to be responsible for forgetting. Text Aaron.
My
Get Justin
neighbor,
on the job.
Yeah, Justin
friend
actually
of the show.
will do that.
Friend of Taylor.
Justin.
Yeah, friend of the show, Justin. My neighbor gave me his old GameCube, and why are you laughing?
I just keep thinking of Justin going into grocery stores with his little blind stick.
I think I cut that out, so I don't even. The joke's not even gonna land.
I know he's not blind. It's not even a joke. It's just this image I have of him.
You don't even know what Justin looks like.
I'm running errands. He's just tapping all over the store.
All right, Taylor. Geese, what were you saying?
Like I was saying, my neighbor gave me his old GameCube and a bunch of GameCube games with the pamphlets inside.
Oh, wow.
And it's probably worth like $600, like the total things he gave me.
Wow.
Did you call instruction booklets pamphlets?
I forgot the name, okay? He gave me a GameCube, 2 controllers, like a bunch of games, Animal Crossing, the dark one, the Eternal Darkness.
No, those are valuable games, especially the dark one.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
That did wait, was
Twin
it the
Snakes?
Wind Waker?
She could have that Target release that was made for pre-orders of Wind Waker that had on disc Master Quest and Oot. So it could be that. This week in Eating Food, Michael ate because somebody said something about Buffalo Wild Wings, and you Clambos already know if I hear somebody say something, if I see something, I gotta eat it. So
you gotta say something.
I gotta say it. I tried some Buffalo Wild Wings and was pretty disappointed by the entire process. Couldn't order online, wouldn't let me. Tried to call the place, they never answered. Showed up, tried to order. It was a big ordeal. He wouldn't give me my points. He wouldn't give me a receipt. He gave me a receipt that wasn't itemized. So there's no way to add my points to the app. Then I finally got an itemized receipt when I asked for it, and it said, you got 0 points for this because I guess
Sick.
they already used it. I don't know. But I got a Buffalo Ranch chicken wrap like I always used to get with the wild sauce. Very spicy, very nice. And they used to have something called buffalo chips, these little potato circles, and I'd get the melted cheese on them, and they were incredible. But they don't have them anymore, so I ordered cheese curds, which of course they did not have. So instead I settled on the potato wedges, but I wanted to recreate the experience from before with the shredded cheese melted on top, and it was a huge mistake, Clambos. I had no idea of knowing, but the way they season their little potato wedges, it's like a bunch of rosemary, I think. It's a flavor that people do with potatoes sometimes, but it does not mesh well with cheese at all. So I ended up with
rosemary
these-
would not go with the cheese sauce at all.
So I ended up with a real, it wasn't sauce, it was just melted cheese, but it ended up not tasting good at all and was a waste of money, and everybody was disappointed. I also ate a chicken pesto parmesan,
You're just gonna say a chicken.
a whole chicken, caught it myself.
Just sitting down
In
with
the
a big
woods.
roasted chicken.
Yeah,
Mhm.
got it,
Get
found
a
it on a wall.
$5 Costco rotisserie chicken.
Got him. And I do want to go back to Costco. Oh my God.
You
I
can
don't
go
know.
in Japan.
That's true. Well, we need to get a card though.
I have a
Mm,
card.
Does it work in Japan?
it's a good
Mm,
question.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll let you go into the eating area. I don't know. But I don't know if you were there, Taylor, but I went on about how I ate Costco food for the first time, and it was great. A big old giant pizza and a big old ice cream and a bunch of churros, and it was great.
Didn't you? I thought you and I went to Costco at
We
one
did.
point.
We never ate food. They closed the food for some
Oh,
reason.
okay.
Or we were not able to get it. But I ate a chicken pesto parmesan salad thing from Sweet Green, and it actually, I was impressed. Clambo, shouts out, because it tasted like
Shouts
you're
out.
eating. Shouts out. It tasted like you're eating a chicken parm. It really does, even though it's just a super healthy salad. I don't know how they pulled that off, but they did.
I have a hot take.
Go
Hot take
on.
from Geese. Ooh, turn on Hatsune Miku. Hot
It's not
takes from
Hatsune
Geese.
Miku.
I don't like chicken parm.
Geese. It's so good.
I don't
though.
I don't like chicken with red sauce. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, it's so incredible.
That's fine.
Apparently I
man.
take from my grandfather, my Italian grandfather. He
Oh,
also did
before
not
they
like it.
came to Plymouth.
Mhm.
Listen, sometimes you eat at a pizza and there's a chicken on it. It's a fantastic.
I thought you were gonna say sometime it eat a you.
Oh, all right. No, I went to Dave's Hot Chicken and a bunch more spicy chicken. All I ate was spicy chicken.
When's the last time you went to Raising Cane's?
It was supposed to be very shortly ago, but not happen. Instead, I ate a lot in Texas, but not here because it's difficult to get to, and there's only a tiny window of time where raisins taste good because, Clambos, I know you've all heard this before, but they open the raisins, they send the elite team, the restaurant opening team that knows how to run a raisins, and everything's going great, the food tastes great, everything's efficient, and then they leave to go open more restaurants, and they leave the dregs of society to work there, and they don't know how to make raisins. So they end up undercooking your chicken, and it's not crispy and golden brown, and it's terrible.
Oh no.
So
There is a Raisins in the center of downtown Madison, and I kind of just want to go in and ask for one chicken tender, just one.
A Caniac.
But I don't want all of that. I'm trying to eat healthier.
You have
No.
to-
I want
chicken
You're eating
tender.
fried chicken. You have to have the full experience. In
That's
for
a
a
good
penny,
point.
in for a
Mhm.
pound.
Clambos. Exciting news. Oh my God, they brought back the blueberry crembo pies at Dongles. And Clambos, you have got to rush over there right now. Use the app so you get the deal on the 2 pies, and then get yourself either a plain sundae, or if you have a deal for a McFlurry, you can use that, but just run up there real quick and ask them, sir, wait, or ma'am. You say, wait, can you not put M&Ms in there and just give me a plain McFlurry? And they'll say,
I'm
okay.
sorry, we've already started making it.
No, that's why you sprint. But you get your sundae or you get your McFlurry, you throw your blueberry crembo pies into it, and you smush it all up with your spoon, and buddy, you are eating a blueberry shake, and it's incredible.
Old 2-pie
Wow.
Michael. That's what they
Oh.
call him.
2 pie Geese rolls off the tongue so much better though.
Or two pie Guyera. That also works.
2-pie guy.
Two pie guy.
Two pie guy. Geese, tell me about your roast beef.
So at Aaron's work, you can like buy like little pre-made meals in like a plastic container to go. And so Aaron bought me those to eat for lunch while he's at work. And he got one that's roast beef and mashed potatoes. And the mashed potatoes were very good.
Yum, yum,
And
yum.
the roast beef was also very good. But as I was eating it, I was like, my tumbo's gonna be wumbo later. And
How did
sure
you know?
enough, I think slow cooked beef just does not agree with my stomach anymore. Like this has been a reoccurring issue. And
Okay.
also I was like, oh, this is so rich. And it tasted so good. I was like, this is so rich. I know this is not gonna sit well. And boy, did it not sit well.
Hot
So-
take, don't like potatoes.
That is a
What?
very hot take. Potatoes are the greatest.
Hotter take,
in
I
all
don't think very
forms?
many people actually like potatoes.
You shut your dirty mouth.
Talking
Mhm.
about.
Yep.
My grandmother, if you told her she could never have a potato, she'd say, well, let's end it now then.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Hold on, Taylor. Do you not just like all potatoes in any form?
Well, no, see, that's the thing. You have to add stuff to them. You have to add a lot to them
There was stuff. There
to
was
give
stuff
them
added
flavor.
to the mashed potatoes.
Right. So they're just a vessel.
So you don't like steak girls because you don't take a bite out of a cow that's just standing there?
Yeah.
Well, that's a slightly different thing because I'll eat a plain cooked steak with just a little salt and pepper, but I wouldn't want a potato with just salt and pepper.
I would eat that.
Really? So you like the actual potato flavor because it's very, very mild.
I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I think it is best with other ingredients.
So I'll eat a plain loaf of bread, right? I'll eat plain chicken with salt and pepper, but plain potato, salt and pepper, not my thing. Mashed potatoes, even like mashed potatoes with butter, I'm not a big fan of. I normally want like some dill or some garlic or something.
Sour
French
cream,
fries.
very good.
French fries are great, but they're the same thing as tortilla chips. They're just fried and salty.
But I love tortilla chips. I don't think you can hold that against them that you pair them with other things.
Yeah.
I think people
Correct.
overrate potatoes.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy.
I think you're personally offending me and my Irish ancestors right now, and I won't stand for it.
I love how much Geese's ancestry is coming into play in this.
I know. It's good.
Anyway, Geese, why don't you tell me about chicken or enchiladas and ramen or something?
I also had chicken enchilada, which was fine. And then for lunch today, I had some ramen.
What
And
kind of
then
ramen?
It was just like the spicy gourmet pack ramen.
Like an instant ramen thing?
Mhm.
Do you spruce it up a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I put
How?
some sriracha
Uh-huh.
and some pepper
Mm.
and an egg. Soon, in the immediate future, Aaron and I are gonna make loaded tater tots.
Oh, there
Aaron
you
got
go.
an air fryer, which is really good. And so we're gonna put the tater tots in the air fryer. And then once they're done, we're gonna top them with scallions and shredded cheese and sour cream
Probably
and
gonna
pulled
broil the cheese,
pork.
huh? Oh, that's gonna be so good.
and jalapenos and pickled onions.
Delicious.
You like spicy food?
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good. Taylor, do you want to talk about your pain pills before we move on?
Oh boy, still taking pain
Wrap it
pills.
up.
That's pretty
Wrap
much
it up.
all.
Are you having?
I wrote something else. Oh, I made a cheesecake. I made this Spanish style of cheesecake called, I think it's burnt Basque cheesecake. It's basically without a crust, so you rely on caramelization on the top, sides, and bottom to hold the cheesecake together. But it's not quite as dense as a normal one. Great.
Cheesecake's great.
Are the pain pills stuffing you up?
I don't know what that is. I feel Are you noticing how stuffy I am today?
Oh, I meant in the poop. Sense.
Did we not talk? I thought we talked about this last week. I am golden. I have such consistent bowel movements. And my doctor was saying, oh, you're not having any problems with that? And my mother, who's had multiple surgeries, says, I've never heard of somebody being able to go just fine. And I was like, I eat a lot of fiber and drink a lot of water. I'm good.
It's all true, Clambos. He
Mhm.
does eat a lot of fiber and drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the XL size watching, laying, playing, pooping, boyfriend
Watching,
shenanigans.
laying, playing, pooping, and Geese's ancestry.
Geese, let's send it off. You ship it off. You tell the reporter for Poké News of the Week to get ready because it's time for Poké News of the Week.
How about I do it since I have the fun voices?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's love how she has no context for any of this, but all right, let's send it off to reporter Geese Peep for Poké News of the Week.
Hi, it's me, reporter Geese Peep, in the beautiful capital of the United States of America, where it's currently 30 degrees.
Geese, I said Poké News of the Week.
I was so confused, and I thought there was just something I missed. It's okay, keep going.
She wanted to get
Weather and Poké News of the Week.
She has no idea what any of this says, and she says, no, let me do Poké News of the Week this week. No, it's too late, Geese. You can't turn back now. Reporter Geese Peep has to deliver Poké News of the Week. Look at the doc, and let's hear it. Reporter
Poké
Geese
News of the
Peep,
Week.
please.
And the weather. You were so close.
Yep.
And the weather. Okay. Alright, reporter Geese Peep. Okay. We have a new update for Homebound. Seems like many competitive battle info in there. Including Scarlet and Violet. The update to Transfer Pokes is back and forth not until spring. We code for Terra Blast giveaway. Let's Terra. New TCG set in Japan announced. Triplet beat. Fully evolved starters. More places pokes. Art looks sick.
And autocorrected from Paldea. Thank you, Reporter Geese Peep. Now, also, what's the weather like in the Washington, D.C., Reporter Geese Peep?
It's cold. Back to you.
Sick.
That is my kind of weather report.
All right, regular Geese, or perhaps a different voice Geese, would you like to send the Clambos off to break time and tell them to enjoy it?
Please enjoy this ad break while we and poop.
We don't swear!
Okay, hold on. Please enjoy this ad break.
I think Taylor fell in the potty.
Oh no!
Yeah, it happens.
Not again. He fell in the potty. Unison, I'm in unison. Taylor fell down the toilet. What you say? Oh, that you wanted well. Well, of course you did. Yay, Taylor didn't fall down the toilet.
I come close every time. It's
Taylor fell in the potty. All right,
It's
we're
true.
back. Clambos, we're back. Geese, show Taylor what your shirt says.
just Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Probably.
I love Mr. DNA.
Dino DNA.
Oh gosh, I say that all the time.
Hey, that's what I
I
told
say it
her.
all the time too.
Dino DNA.
Dinosaurs.
Such a great character.
It's actually Aaron's shirt, and this is actually Aaron's flannel, and I'm actually wearing all of Aaron's clothes.
The Aaron fit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Clambos, let's jump into the episode because that bathroom break was 45 minutes long. Geese, why don't you tell everybody the title of the episode of this episode?
Satoshi VS Kasumi. Seaside battle 1-on-1.
Please translate that to English, Geese.
Ash versus Misty.
The 90s eye roll in the flannel.
Oh, I missed the 90s eye roll because I'm looking at the doc.
that was good.
So the episode in Japanese is, of course, Satoshi VS Kasumi, Umibe no Ikki-uchi. Clambos. It's episode 2 of 2BA Master. Aim to be a Pokemon Master. Let's begin. Clambos, it is a bright and sunny day. Ash has arrived at the sea. Everybody loves the sea. And you two, I know you're about to lie to me because you lied to me last week. You're trying to tell me Geese is already asleep. You're trying to tell me the music they play right now is not a little ukulele about to start doing the Somewhere Over a Rainbow cover that
Doesn't
everybody
sound like
knows from
it.
Scrubs.
No.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. The intro
Come on.
music is real sick.
I love the outro music, the original
same.
outro
Yeah, buddy,
music.
oh, buddy. Oh, very good.
I love
They're
it.
both real sick.
All right, let's all come out, Pokemon. And Ash throws all his Pokeballs in the air, including a lure ball, which, if you are familiar with ancient anime history, that's Totodile's Pokeball. All the other Pokemon are in regular Pokeballs. Very boring.
Interesting.
But we got Corphish, he's a little crab guy. We got Totodile. Everybody knows Totodile, little crocodile starter from Johto. Rowlet, Geese's boy. Leavanny, also a man. So just so you know. Well, no, a lot of people mistake Leavanny because even the name is feminine. Think that Leavanny is female, but that is a male Leavanny, just so people. Lots of attention to detail here for fans of the series long term.
I have a question.
Question from Geese.
Ash has like a lot of Pokemon, yes?
I'm so happy you probably took the same note I did. Go on.
How does he have room for all the Pokemon balls in his backpack?
Let me read my question just so. I said, is Ash just transferring 6 Pokemon every time? Or is his bag just full of Pokeballs?
Guys,
Yeah.
This has been covered. You go to the Pokemon Center, you send the balls back and forth just like the video games. Well, in the new video games, you can do that on the fly. So maybe he has a way to do it on the fly and access his boxes. But no, he's only carrying around 6 at a time, and then he just swaps them out.
So everyone gets a turn?
Well, in this series, yes. Typically in the anime, he just sticks with the team that is for that region. But with this series, he's swapping out all his boys. So Corphish...
Bad luck for those who missed the beach day.
Corphish, the Generation 3 little guy, little crab lobster boy.
Crawfish, probably?
Crawfish. Yeah, he's a crawfish. Corphish, but his name's Corphish. Corphish the crawfish.
That doesn't make any sense.
Excited to be in the water. He knocks down all the pokes and just jumps in the water and swimming around and yelling, yay, hey. He's having a great day.
He stole my heart this episode. I love that Pokemon.
Wasn't he in the episode with the Steamboat the Pokemon accidentally steal?
I don't believe so. I don't remember him in there. Because he's Generation 3, not Generation 4.
Just going, hey.
But if anyone has a correction, if Corphish was in the Generation 4 episode, Steamboat Pikachu's, what was it called, Geese? Oh,
Willy.
no, just called Steamboat Willies. They just completely ripped it off.
Paid homage.
Please write into looklistencast@gmail.com with your correction, if that is the case. Corphish, just a swimming. The announcer, guys, all right, look. Do I like Pokemon? Yes. Is the announcer just the absolute most generic, this is what Japanese advertising sounds like in 2023 voice? Also, yes. And I'm not thrilled with it. I like the warm, older voice for the announcer, not just this dude that's trying to sell me laundry detergent. Clambos, Pikachu's, fishing with his little tail. It's very cute. But who snaps his little tail? Oh, you guys probably don't even know his name.
Ubanotter.
I don't know who that is.
His name is Clauncher. Clauncher.
Oh.
Clauncher.
He's based off the mantis shrimp, and boy, is he powerful. He evolves into Clawitzer. Again, very sick.
So when Pikachu catches this Pokemon, Ash reaches for his phone to identify it. And I was unsure if Ash's phone is also a Rotom, or if he just has a Rotom phone case. It is a Rotom.
100%, yep.
Because I didn't see the Rotom face animate when the phone was talking about the Pokemon.
Right. Well, I think we've established that current Pokedexes use a Rotom for just easier information retrieval. But this isn't the same kind of Rotom Dex that we saw in Generation 7 in Alola. But, I mean, when we, a little bit spoilers jumping ahead, you remember with Team Rocket, they have their own little Rotom phone Dex.
The evil one.
Very much its own personality. So,
yeah, maybe Ashes just has facial paralysis.
Oh, okay.
That's probably it.
Yeah. I love crawfish.
These names are going to goof me because I got to keep Corphish and Clauncher going while you two are probably going to be
Clauncher.
confused because you only know the Japanese names and you didn't even play the games with these Pokemon in it. Well, you played Generation 3, Taylor. You played it.
Did I? Oh,
yes,
yeah,
you
I
love
did.
Emerald.
I don't think I did love Emerald. Oh, man, did I love
What
Emerald.
generation is Clauncher from?
He's Generation 6. That's Kalos, the French region.
What's current generation?
Oui.
We're on 9.
11? Oh, 9.
Nope. We're on Generation 9.
Mm.
So Clauncher
Clauncher.
nips Pikachu's tail. Pikachu throws him up in the air. Corphish
Pikachu
runs.
looks so affronted.
Yeah, like what was Pikachu expecting to happen?
Imagine
He put
being
his
on a
tail in the
pier.
water.
Fishing.
Oh, okay.
Just sitting there for an hour. You got your rod in your hand. You got a little sun hat, some little sunglasses, kind of dozing in and out. All of a sudden, there's a tug on the line. The reason you were there is coming into light. And you get offended. You're like, I just wanted my lure to be in the water.
Here's my theory. Maybe he was expecting a little nibble from a Magikarp, which, if anything, would just feel like a tickle. Instead, he got Clauncher's pincer grip claw, which is one of the strongest, most painful things anyone could ever experience. So
Really?
that's probably why he's in pain and crying.
Do they do in Pokemon, do they do those things that are like bite strength tests? You know how we know how strong an alligator's bite is, and
pounds per square inch, probably. So Pika throws Clauncher up in the air. Corphish coming to save the day, and let's have a big old battle.
That running across the water was so good.
There's a lot of running across.
I love eager personalities, and old Crawfish has an eager personality.
Ash's Rotom Dex has a very sick voice, I feel, as the claw Pokemon begin to battle. Ash goes to catch Clauncher, but Geese, who stops Ash from catching the Clauncher?
Misty casts her fishing rod around Ash's hand as he's about to throw the Pokeball. And she has a really cute lure that's like Misty doing like a little peace sign, like kawaii face.
I wonder if she got that for being a gym leader.
And as you Clambos know, that symbol in Japan is V for victory. Yes, but the chibi Misty is adorable.
How many times in the series are people actually fishing? How many times do you see that?
Oh, constantly.
Really? It's a lot?
It's a lot.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, she's a good fisherman.
Yeah.
I don't know if she...
Not as good as Lana.
I was just about to ask you, Geese, do you think she's as good as Lana? And I don't think so.
No.
Who's Lana?
Lana's the best. She is the water type trainer from... Was season 7 or not season 7?
Season 7. That clears it up for me.
It's Gen 7.
Is it Generation 7?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Alola.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she'd have to begin. But Misty's a gym leader.
So is she. She's a trial captain / kahuna, whatever, in the game. Misty's gonna catch Clauncher, not Ash, proclaims Misty after she casts his wrist or catches his
Misty
wrist.
is in love with this Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Imogen Heap, your voice has changed.
She's in love with
She's
Clauncher's
in love with the Pokemon.
she's in love with his dreamy eyes, so we learn.
Does that ever happen? Do people ever fall in love with Pokemon? That has to be a thing. It's
Yes,
probably taboo,
because
huh?
Ash's mom is dating Mr. Mime.
So
No,
easy to
Ash's
edit
mom
things
is
out.
dating Professor Oak.
No.
But the Clauncher gets away. Corphish is upset, and Pikachu oh, this is so sad, Clambos. Pikachu's running towards Misty and Psyduck puts his arms out all excited for a big hug. And
Blank face.
And Pikachu just jumps into the air and hugs Misty instead. But at least Levani gives Psyduck a little pat on the head.
I don't know what it is about Psyduck's goofy blank face holding his arms out, but I was laughing for a good 30 seconds looking at that Pokemon getting ready for a hug.
And Geese, who's Levani holding in his little hands?
Rowlet.
Oop.
What?
Who was that?
Rowlet.
Perfect. And we got Azurill just a bouncing. Very cute. Now,
Adorable.
don't confuse Azurill with Azumarill. But Azurill
I
is
would
the
never do
baby,
something like that.
baby
Who could confuse those two?
But here's the big trivia of the day. For any of you Clambos that are not aware, Azurill is a normal type Pokemon, not water.
What?
Normal type. Very weird.
Why?
Very strange.
Who was
That's
in
a
charge of
great-
that
that is a
decision?
great question. We had a lot of Pokemon change types after Generation 6, so he is now normal fairy, but he was just pure normal, which trips up a lot of people because it is a weird trivia. It doesn't make much sense.
Still would
But
expect water there.
He's bouncing. He's having a lot of fun. Everybody's having fun. They're all dancing and playing with each other. Now Rowlet goes over to Misty's head, actually. I think Misty is surprised by Rowlet sitting on her head at first, but I think then she learns to enjoy the simple pleasures of a Rowlet nesting and sleeping on your head. Geese, why don't you tell the Clambos about what Misty saw on television?
She saw, I'm assuming, Ash defeat whoever on TV.
It was everybody. He's the best trainer in the world. He beat all the champions of every region. He is,
and he's the only one to do that. Like, he is undisputed number one, right?
I'm sure somebody in the past has been the number one, but he is currently number one, the best Pokemon trainer on the planet.
Oh, that's
no
so
one is better
sick.
at Pokemon battling than him.
What do you do after that? I mean, you're 10.
Make new friends.
You're number one in the world. Although, how many older trainers are there? I was kind of wondering that. Because normally you see young folks being trainers, but I didn't know if that was just out of convenience for the medium, like it's a children's cartoon, or if it's because that's how the world works.
I think a lot of them are older. It's a decent percentage of them.
Mm.
But yes, Misty saw Ash win on television. It put a wild hair up her A-word.
Tush.
No,
got her riled
no
up.
Phrase.
I've never heard that phrase.
I haven't
never
either.
heard that phrase.
No.
Are you two are insane? Clambo,
we weren't in Kansas during the Great Depression. I haven't heard that term.
Sorry.
That's a normal phrase for when somebody gets inspired or motivated to do something. Or
lit a fire under her butt.
Oh, okay, sure. But she got all excited. Ash is the greatest, so she says, "That's right." Or not that's right. She says, "All right."
Wild hair. What phrase is that?
That's so common.
Heard that.
That's a made up
such
phrase.
a common
I've never heard that.
She leaves.
Totally made up.
If you two don't stop lying, she leaves Cerulean Gym to her sisters because of Ash for adventure.
We had a similar thing come up where you were telling me about that darn Psycho Killer song, and I said, that's not a song. And
Psycho Killer.
I can't stop hearing it. And every time I just think, I didn't think it was real. I'm hearing it in stores.
It's a very popular song.
Corphish is yelling and punching, and Misty's going on about fate and how she needs to catch the Clauncher because she's tried to catch him a million times. I think we get a flashback. At first, I was confused if this was her imagination or all of these encounters actually happened of her trying to catch it and it water gunning her in the face.
No, it happened. I just wanted Ash to bring up Togepi. I just wanted him to say, you have a thing about stealing Pokemon from other people.
Oh. Meow should be taking care of that.
Where is Togepi?
Didn't it evolve into a Togetic and fly off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Sad or happy?
Maybe it's a Togekiss. All right, they're arguing over who's going to catch Clauncher, Clambos. Misty says, we're going to settle this over a fishing competition. Okay, here's a fun bit. Which of yous, or was it both of yous, watched the episode where there was Silent?
What?
Maybe it was just Taylor.
I think it was me. That was the My Hero Academia episode. Yep.
Okay. So he's a Generation 5 gym leader along with two other sommeliers. Ash's lure is a little silent, and we're going to see him next episode, spoilers, but a little silent lure. And Misty gets very upset that Ash is not using the Misty lure that she gave him, but Ash says, I'm sorry, the silent lure catches more fish. What are you going to do? And they all fight over it.
Sorry.
Once they're about to start the fishing competition. I adore the music they start playing. We hear this song a lot, and it's big, old school Dragon Ball vibes. I love this music. So sick. Taylor, what are the rules of the competition?
Whoever catches, wait, no. You got to beat the other person. And they get to catch mantis shrimp, right?
Here's the rules of the competition, everybody. You take your fishing rod, you try to catch Clauncher. If Clauncher snips onto your little fishing rod lure, then you get a chance to battle and catch it. If you fail, then the other person gets a chance. And
I was getting
rule.
ahead of myself. All right. Spoilers.
Geese who's sleeping in the backpack looking cute.
Rowlet.
Ash immediately gets incredibly bored, impatient, and starts to yawn as they start to...
Big mood.
Big mood. Misty and Ash are arguing while fishing as per usual. And Geese, who do we see underwater in a Magikarp submarine?
Being introduced with Twin Peaks music.
We see Team Rocket. and
I'm
they're
sorry,
very
Geese. Can
hungry.
Hatsune Miku please say it?
It's not Hatsune Miku.
We see Team Rocket and they're hungry.
This theme has really
They're
been
hungry.
bothering me lately. I just want them to eat.
What's funny is I felt so bad for Taylor watching this because I know how he was going to feel because the episode Taylor and I watched 2 episodes ago was them starving to death. And then when they didn't get any, spoilers, when they didn't get any food later on and they just get blasted off, I was just thinking, oh no, this is the end.
So
They
sad.
can't survive this.
They looked really bad this episode.
And they weren't even going to kill the Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
They weren't doing anything wrong. They just wanted to catch a Pokemon to eat, which is a totally new dynamic for me
Is
to
this
see.
the first time a TV show has ever gone into that people eat Pokemon?
Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
First off, is that considered eating him?
Yes.
Okay, look. No, that's what they're doing to him. No different than accidentally
Why? If you have to preface it with accidentally, then
eating the
it's
skin.
probably
Yeah,
not okay.
Like a skin. No. Okay, wait. Hold on. Climb. The disclaimer here is they're very careful about their words and saying, no, we don't want to kill Clauncher. Our Rotom deck said if his claw falls off, he'll immediately grow another one. So let us just eat this claw. But if you'll notice, the reaction from absolutely everyone at the prospect of eating a Pokemon was immense. Disgust
Yeah, that's
and
true.
hatred.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's frowned upon.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah, but so is shark fin soup.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and people eat that.
Okay, so Meowth's looking through the periscope, sees the Jotty girl and the Jotty boy, original Brat girls,
And foie
Team Rocket.
gras. Sorry, I watched a special on foie gras, and I'm very passionate about it now.
Team Rocket doesn't even care that the Jotty boys, the Brat kids, are there, the twerps, because they're too hungry to even pay attention. Poor Wobbuffet's just emaciated. I feel so bad.
Have they already done their intro at this point?
No, that's
No.
later.
Okay.
But let's real quick go through all the Pokemon swimming in the water because we see a couple Pokemon in here that, thank goodness, somebody gave them a bit of a spotlight because there's a big meme in the Pokemon community about 2 of these pokes, Gorbis and Huntail, the 2 most forgotten Pokemon of all time, and you
I don't
see
know
them
who
just
they are.
swimming by. They're Generation 3. They evolved from Clamperl. Anywho, you see them. Geese in the background, are those Wishy-Washy? They kind of look like Wishy-Washy.
I was not paying attention.
In the foreground, we got some Remoraid. Very sick. I love seeing pokes from all over. It's so great. Cut back to
what do you
Ash.
think Ash's Pokedex is sitting at right now?
What, battery percentage-wise?
No. Like, well, Rotom doesn't have a battery, right? No, his the amount that he's caught.
Oh, I'm sure somebody knows that answer. It's not huge. He doesn't have all the Pokemon.
Yeah, because I was thinking it has to be like 50 or 60 or something.
It's more than that, but
More than that.
it's more than that, but it's not that impressive. But I think as far as anime lore is concerned, it was tough to say lore because I've been saying lure so much. As far as anime lore is concerned, I don't think it's realistic for somebody to just be walking around with a living dex like it is if you play the video games. I think that enough Pokemon are rare enough that you just won't encounter them in the anime canon. That the idea of somebody having just a full Pokedex is crazy. I think.
I mean, I would say it's even crazy to think that somebody would have a Pokedex that didn't have any mythicals or legendaries. Like, even a complete Pokedex just in reasonably encounterable Pokemon, I think would be a tall order.
So Ash is making too much noise. Misty's complaining about it because he's gonna scare away Corphish. I mean, Clauncher. Oh my God, Misty's got a bite, and they're bickering back and forth. Misty tells Ash that she would take better care of Clauncher anyway, because Ash is just he's a battle-obsessed clown or something.
I did love that she said that battle-obsessed freak or whatever she said.
Oh, freak, yeah.
Yeah, battle-obsessed freak. Yeah.
Oh, such a... Okay. Very funny.
So Got him. So, real quick, Clauncher's on the line. We cut back to Team Rocket. Jessie says she wants to eat the claw of Clauncher. Rotom says it'll grow back if they do. It's going to be fine.
I feel like their Rotom's evil.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'd love it if somebody described me as a little bit evil.
What if I bought a Rotom phone case? That would be pretty sick, right?
It'd be cute.
I mean, you absolutely should do that. I feel like the little jagglies on the side, the little lightning bolt
really
looking things, I feel like those would get caught on stuff and tear off, though.
Maybe they have one that's just like
the face,
a rectangle.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool if it came with a front screen.
Clauncher is fighting. Misty pulls Misty into the water. Ash is laughing, and we get a very good face from Misty, which
I wrote that too.
Immediately grabbed for a good face alert. It's a good face.
I got it too.
She is so upset.
I'm surprised that's not on the thumbnail. Oh yeah, it is. Good. Oh, what a good face.
Okay, now and then so clearly she didn't catch the Clauncher. Ash's turn to catch the Clauncher. He catches the Clauncher. Clauncher digs his feet into a rock, then reels Ash into the water, and Misty's laughing at him now. Okay. Then we jump to Clauncher and Corphish are yelling at each other.
Hey.
Clauncher and Corphish, hey, are yelling at each other. Ash says they want to battle each other. And then out of nowhere, we see Geese a lure that's golden. And what is it?
It's like a lucky cat meow.
And Clauncher snaps his little claws onto it, which at this point I thought to myself, man, they're talking about catching a fish, but really Clauncher could just not grab it and they wouldn't catch
It's a territorial thing. It's a show of dominance. He takes on all comers. Good old Clauncher. Claunching all over the place.
Claunching.
He claunches onto the golden Meowth. They reel him in. So then they say they're going to eat him. Ash and Misty, super upset. Corphish is super furious that they're going to try and take him. Corphish jumps in, saves the day, jumps up, snips the fishing line of Team Rocket. So Clauncher is saved. And then Misty's crying.
Have we gotten to the Team Rocket intro yet?
Yes, I think so, right?
It is so good. James's voice actor is so good. And seeing those faces, those hollowed out, starving faces.
They look like corpses.
And then, because they're so hungry and tired, they like talk really softly. And Misty, like they cut to Misty and she's like, I can't hear them.
And they said like, Jessie says the funniest thing, which is like, we're not even doing anything wrong. This isn't even your Pokemon.
That was a good line.
Very good.
Because normally they're stealing Pokemon, but this Clauncher currently does not belong to anybody. They're just trying to catch a Pokemon just like them. And then, okay, I've had a problem with this episode, the voice actors for the Pokemon, because both Clauncher right now and Politoed later, rather than doing a voice like Charmander or Squirtle, they just go Clauncher and Politoed. Like, it's just adult human man voicing these Pokemon. Upset with that. They could have tried a little bit.
Like Crawfish. Okay. Hey.
Yeah, so Corphish and Clauncher work together with double claw attack, crab hammer to blast Team Rocket off again. Taylor and I feel so bad for Team Rocket. We just want them to eat a nice meal, a feast, some croquettes.
You ever think about how unlucky they are that they just chose the worst mark in the world? Like, they could succeed stealing from anybody else, but they chose the #1 trainer with the strongest Pikachu.
You probably don't want to go after #1. That is crazy, because I don't see them doing that to Cynthia. That's a bad decision on their part.
Very bad.
But it's cute. Corphish and Clauncher do a little fist bump with their claws. Very adorable.
Very cute. And they're in love.
Well, as Ash says later,
Ash says they're friends.
they're men. They have a friendship of the fists.
They show hearts.
We're getting mixed signals, Clambos. I'm not sure the relationship.
It's fine.
Misty versus Ash. It's time for a battle. Go, Politoed! And Ash starts to say, ooh, a water type. In this situation, I would normally use an electric type Pokemon. And Pikachu confidently starts walking towards Politoed. And then he says, but in this case, I'm going to use my boy, Corphish. And Pikachu's disappointed, but then excited. He's going to be the judge of the battle. Go, Corphish!
Pikachu was able to curb his bloodlust just so willingly.
It's Geese's favorite kind of episode, a battle episode with Pokemon moves. Actually, it's very exciting. Very exciting.
There are a lot of very cool martial arts movie moments, catching attacks and whatnot in this.
Very sick. So before the battle can start, Corphish gets distracted by Clauncher, and Clauncher and Corphish are just talking back and forth. And this is what we mentioned earlier. We get the hearts on the screen, and Ash says they're just normal men, just innocent men. And Misty is also in love with Clauncher.
I'm in love with the Clauncher.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that, Hatsune Miku?
I'm in love with the Clauncher.
Clauncher.
Hey,
The battle. Yes, Taylor.
I love that. I'm not going to
quick.
stop. I can't.
Make it quick.
That was what I
Okay.
wanted to do. Hey.
The battle begins. Go, Crab Hammer.
There's just never a Pokemon that just goes, hey. It's always Dragonite or something. And this one's just, hey.
I don't have time for this anecdote, Taylor, but there's something you need to know that was great in the Sun and Moon anime, which you're familiar with Scyther, the Pokemon, right? Mm-hmm. There's an episode in Sun and Moon where they're playing baseball and Scyther is the umpire. That's what it's called in baseball, right? The person calling the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would be the person to ask.
Scyther is the umpire. In English, it doesn't make any sense really why there's a Scyther. He just says Scyther and for whatever. Guess what Scyther's Japanese name is?
I don't know. Bat?
Strike.
That's good.
So in Japanese, it makes perfect sense. Scyther just yells out, strike! So good. Okay, so Politoed uses Bounce. Misty mentions that this Politoed is the guardian deity of Cerulean Gem, which I guess that's a callback to Sun and Moon Geese, right? Because the guardian deities, that's like Tapu Koko and those guys. Tapu Lele and whatnot. Who's to say? Go! Politoed, use Focus Blast! Clauncher, use Metal Claw! Oh my god! He squeezes the Focus Blast?
So thick.
I know. Use the Aqua Jet. Encircle the Poliwhirl! But Poliwhirl jumps away, and then Hydro Pump! And then Clauncher Aqua Jets around the Hydro Pump, going in circles, rotating around it. It's so sick, it's like a tornado. Oh my god.
Clauncher uses my favorite attack in all of Pokemon, Dodge It. I love when they yell that out. Just imagine someone's like, oh, use Hyper Beam, and you're like, get out of the way.
So we think it's curtains for Poliwhirl because Clauncher uses the Aqua Jet and hits Poliwhirl. Do I keep saying Poliwhirl because it's Politoed? Politoed is green. Poliwhirl is, dark blue at the... Okay, Clauncher, it's up to you. Use Crab Hammer. End it all. And then he catches his claw.
So sick.
Politoed, use Megaton Punch. Oh my god, Corphish is knocked out. Politoed wins. Ash and his friends are sad.
Oh, Corphish was so sad.
He's so frustrated with himself.
It was real adorable seeing him hug Ash. That was a very tender little moment.
Ash is a very good trainer because he makes Corphish feel better. He says, it's okay, buddy. And he's hugging him. And he says,
just imagine hugging a giant crawfish.
He's little. He's
my nightmare. My nightmare.
Yeah, I would. I don't even like the small ones.
Good music's playing in the Japanese version. If you watch this dubbed, I am so sorry.
I did write that it had very sick music during this scene.
So Misty says, well, I won the battle, so Clauncher, you're mine now, buddy. So approaches him, says, I'm going to catch you. Now I have a question for you two. It sounds to me like Clauncher agrees to be caught. So she throws the Pokeball. The Pokeball goes like boop, 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 boop. Clauncher jumps out of the Pokeball, but was it before or after he was considered caught?
After.
Unquote, caught?
After.
Okay. Okay, it
Like-
did the ting. Okay,
Yeah.
as long as it did the
Yeah.
ting, we're fine. That Pokemon now belongs to Misty, but Clauncher. But it's bad form for a Pokemon to just jump out of a ball without being asked. That's
Okay.
in Japanese society that would be like blowing your nose real loud. Like it's really impolite.
So that
Like
is
a
a
wasp.
thing that can happen. I thought that was demonstrating Clauncher's strong will or strength or something like that. I didn't think that was just something that any Pokemon could do and they know not to.
I don't know if any Pokemon can do it because it's a rare thing to happen, but you do see it in the anime quite a bit.
Mhm.
Like that's Wobbuffet's big thing, isn't it? Wobbuffet, he just pops out of the ball, right?
Anyway, Clauncher pops out of the ball and goes up to the crab man, the other crab man,
Corphish.
Corphish, and
Hey.
starts training Corphish, teaching him how to punch good. And
Which
then
is
Ash and the
great.
rest of his Pokemon join him. It's cute.
Yeah, they all get straight to training, and Misty immediately starts crying and has a headache in not retaliation. What is the word that means like a sympathy? Like you get something because somebody else has something? She gets a sympathy headache with Psyduck, and they both have headaches because she just wanted the Clauncher because she loves his dreamy eyes, and she didn't want him to be another battle-obsessed individual just like Ash. But no, Clauncher just immediately goes over to his boy, Clauncher. It's so similar. Clauncher immediately goes over to his boy, Corphish, and they start training. And it is cute. They get the whole squad training. Don't we see Invisible Latias in this guy? Watching it?
Yes. And then we cut to the forest where Ash
Great
and
looking
Pikachu
forest.
are walking. We see like Misty like dashing back and forth in the back, and Ash is like, I can see you. And so Misty comes forth. I was thinking that since our crab Pokemon get so well together, maybe I can hang around.
Which made
And
me
so
very
Misty-
happy.
Yes. And so Misty is now traveling with Ash.
So it's very cute because Misty tries to play it off as if she doesn't really want to hang out with Ash. It's just because of Clauncher and Corphish's relationship. And Ash at first says, I don't know about all that. But then Pikachu walks over to Misty and holds her little leg and goes Pika Pika. And then that's when Ash says, well, exactly. And then that's when Ash says, well, I guess I don't have a say in the matter then. If Pikachu wants you to come along with us.
They're both using their Pokemon as a screen to facilitate their true feelings and desires.
They agree to travel together, and that is the end of the episode. Now, Taylor, please tell us what happens in Team Rocket Explorers, the little outro scene.
They find another page in their book that was hidden behind another page. I don't know what book they're buying that has all of these pages just sealed, or what the purpose of that is. A Pokemon right up my alley. It's just Gundam Rayquaza that they find, and it's purple.
Miraidon.
So sick. Right up my alley.
Miraidon is my boy.
And then they get, fortunately, they don't look as starved as they normally do, and they want to capture it. They don't succeed, but, that's their lot in life.
I think somebody's feeding them in Paldea, I'm thinking. It's such a sandwich town. They probably got 1,000 sandwich ingredients and are making sandwiches.
Is it really a sandwich town?
Yeah, the region's all about sandwiches. You make sandwiches constantly.
I really like a good sandwich.
But yeah, Miraidon's got his boosters going. He flies by super quick and gives them a strong electric attack and blasts them off again. The attack he uses is probably Electro Drift, because that's his signature move. I want to post Miraidon's so sick. And the art coming out of the Pokemon trading card game right now is so beautiful. I'm going to drop in the doc a picture of Miraidon, the new art card. It's so good. While I'm looking that up, somebody please bring us into wrap-ups of the days.
Thank you all for listening. If you would like to follow us on social media, we are Look Listen Cast, all one word, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
I thought Michael was saying
Thank you
that,
to
and I
Keith.
got so confused because your hand was moving like this.
Thank you to Keith Squared for our artwork. You can follow him on twitch.tv/Keith Squared. Thank you to all our supporters.
If you go to looklistencast.com, there is a link for anchor.fm. And if you click that link, you can support us monthly. Thank you very much.
And the boilerplate.
Am I supposed to do that?
Yep.
You can.
Thank you to Professor Ticklebits for our website and our boilerplate. You can follow him on twitch.tv/prof_Ticklebits.
Terrible name.
Yep. Please recommend this podcast to your friends.
Because there's no swears. Well, there's one swear, but I have to cut it out.
Yeah. So no swears.
Taylor, I posted the Miraidon card that is
did
real
you?
sick. If you scroll down the duck.
Ooh. I need to leave soon. Those grapes are going through me.
Geese, no. Taylor, hurry up and read the question of the week.
Hang on, I
So we can
refreshed
let Geese
the
go
doc.
to the bathroom.
Okay.
Geese, last episode's edit was so funny because I hear nothing from you in the beginning, and then you say, "Oh, I said listen," even though there's no audio evidence of that. And then at the end of the episode, we're all saying bye. I'm waiting for Geese to say bye. She never says bye in the outro, so I have to go. I don't know what's wrong with your audio then, because I don't have evidence of it. So I have to go into her audio, finding her saying the word bike from the Master DS's question. And then I have to edit the word bike into bye and throw it at the end, just so she can say goodbye. Geese is about to explode, so read the question, Taylor.
Yes, please.
Sorry. Let me scroll up.
Before you read it, Geese, answer the question and say goodbye, and then go to the bathroom.
Oh, it's going to take a long time.
To answer?
No, to go to the bathroom. I won't be back after
No,
I go.
that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be back. Just give the answer, then he'll read the question, but also say goodbye.
Okay, my answer is Sprigatito. How do you pronounce this?
Sprigatito.
Spragatito. Sprag.
Give me some spraggies.
Spragatitos. Melon soda float. Looks very good. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, Geese. All right, now read the question, Taylor.
Please refer to the food portion of the menu. Which would be your starter? Please only pick one. Also, if you want, choose your sweet and drink to go with your one entree. Can I?
And we are, of course, clicking a link to the Pokemon Cafe.
Oh,
and my choice, because it's cute, is the Snorlax's tummy-filling nap lunch plate.
Let me look.
I do love the title of the meal, Everyone's Attracted to Eevee plate.
That's good. Okay, special food sweets. Sprigatito. Foy Coco.
All right, Taylor, go ahead and quickly answer the question because I also have to use the bathroom.
I'm going through the. I mean, obviously, I would have a latte. Oh, apple soda fruit sounds real good.
Ooh,
Hamburg steak.
Remember, you can only say one, he said.
Yeah, I'm looking at the food now. Oh, an omelet. The tummy filling that plate does look fantastic. I think I might have to choose that one too.
All right, We're not going to be embarrassed that two people are getting the same thing. Two tummy filling that place. Thank you very much for your question, Pikablu. Last minute, very quick, wonderful. Thank you, and goodbye. Please say goodbye, Taylor.
Goodbye.
To the bathroom.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete. Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.